My name is Chrisdel, and today I'll be doing my first ever book haul. This is my first time ever recording a book haul, so everything is going to be impromptu. So I went to a book sale just yesterday. It was at the Ang Mo Kio area, and well, I went to one last year at an expo, and I have to say that that was the best one. The one that I went to yesterday was a little bit disappointing, although I did have an interesting experience of hitchhiking with a family because it started to rain heavily when I was inside the area, and when I got out, it was still raining pretty heavily. So I thought I should just hitchhike, and it worked. So anyway, today the purpose of the video is to show you what I hauled for the day, and I have to say I don't think I've spent quite that much, or if I did, it was probably last year. But I really bought a whole ton of books, and I literally do mean like I bought a carton plus a bag. So I'm going to show you what the carton. I have not opened it. I was waiting and I was waiting really patiently, even though I was eager just for this video. So I'm going to show you the carton that I had to carry. Okay, it's really heavy. I do not know how many books I have inside because at the end I was like rushing. I was just chucking book inside and I just didn't think so. This is just how heavy everything is. I do not know, Crystal. I do not know how big it is, but it's insane. I'm so excited. I'm going to tear it open right now. It's kind of like Christmas. I'm really excited. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Because you see, one book was like for $8. So if I bought it individually, like 8, 16, 24, 32, 48, 32, 32. Sorry, my maths is really bad. It's like $40 for like 5 books. So wait, was it 5? 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. Wait, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Yeah, 5 books for like $40. So I got more than 10 books at $50. So ah, so definitely buying the carton is definitely much more worth it. But the bad thing I think that I didn't like, I was quite disappointed in this particular sale because firstly it was really hot and sweaty, cramped, and it was really just like a small area, and the books weren't really that interesting. In the previous book sale that I went to, there was Game of Thrones, and I bought almost the entire collection at $5 each. So this is like opening my own bookstore. I know it seems crazy. That's like a lot of books. Ugh. I don't know how much this weighs. Probably more than like 3, 4, 5 kg. I don't know. But these are the books that I got. They're not popular except for Hunger Games, but they're pretty interesting. And whatever it is, it's pretty cheap. So even if you don't like the book, you can end up selling them. So, yeah. These books were mainly what I thought would be nice. Now let's look through the first book. And this is not the only one. I still have a pile right there that I put inside my bag because I was afraid it's too heavy. So let's see. I have Prince of Darkness. Oh, it's flipped. I have Prince of Darkness. The Queen's Man, Ivy Sharon Man. Buy this first. Next, I have. What do I have? Fablehaven. I've got Fablehaven. Yep. It's by Brendan Mull, and I don't know. I chose books that were really more fantasy orientated than anything else. So yeah. I chose this because it seemed like the strange thing is there was this fiction section and there was this children's section, and I thought that the children's section was actually really interesting because they had really nice fantasy that I enjoyed. And yeah, I'm 19, I'm turning 20, and I enjoy children's literature very much. The younger ones really nice, but the slightly older one, like more fantasy oriented, sometimes they're not as serious or as deep or high level as hardcore adult fantasy, so that's a little bit of a different range. So sometimes if you're not interested in those heavy kind of books, children's literature is a great way to just pass the time with fantasy because it's not that heavy. And so this is just an example. Fablehaven, I read good reviews on Goodreads first before I decided to buy the book, and it was a pretty good review on Goodreads. So I mean, yeah, the best way to know if you would like a book is really sometimes, especially if you're rushing for time and you don't know, is you either just flip through the books, maybe the first few pages, and you see whether you like it, or you read the behind page, the summary of the book, and you think, I kind of like this, I'm interested in knowing more. You buy the book, or you just really go to Goodreads. it's a give and take. Their website is, to me, it's a little bit harsh, but you know, like I said, you take everything with like a pinch of salt. If you yourself like the book and you find that, oh, the reviews aren't that terrible, or it doesn't say that it's a waste of money or a waste of complete time, then why not give it a shot? So this is one of them, and I bought this, yeah, because it's kind of like children's literature, so, and it's fantasy, pretty interesting. Now this, what did I do this for? I did this because I chose Prince of Darkness because the summary had something to do with sharp-witted and, you know, a spy man, and anything with spies I just absolutely love. I don't know what is it really about, so it's just pure out of my hand just suggestion. So I'm gonna see what this book is about. And it's probably not even like I don't even know if it's the first or the last. So next one, something that everybody knows. It's at the side of mine. As you can see, I got 3 rows plus 1 here, and this row is, can you guess? Hunger Games. So I'm usually a picky, very picky book collector. I pick my books very carefully, but when it comes to book sales, anything goes. I mean, I'm still pretty anal about, like, you know, the creases and everything, so I just got the best that I could. There are 2 of these covers. One is the shiny one, as you can tell, and one is the matte one. I actually really prefer the matte cover more. There was a shiny version of this book, but I was thinking I really like the matte one. So Hunger Games, right. I have never read Hunger Games. I only watched, I think, the first or one movie only. I've never watched the rest. I don't know why. I just didn't really want to read it, I guess, or I didn't want to watch the rest. There's something about very hardcore and popular things that make me kind of not want to watch it, if it's weird. But, you know, I thought the writing has to be some kind of quality for it to be that popular. So I thought I would give it a go. And besides, it's on sale. I don't even know how much these cost together, but it's definitely more worth it. So 2 of these. The first one is special. So I'm gonna give you, I've got Mockingjay here and Catching Fire, second and third. So there goes. To my next one, I paused just so I could check my video quality and everything, and it wasn't that clear, so I thought I would increase the quality. There goes my, don't know how much you can see it, but look at that shiny thing over there. That is Hunger Games book number 1. Okay, just take a look at this. I'm just gonna show you how glossy it is, this marvelous contraption or beauty. And just look at my reflection here. Look at my reflection here. I mean, you could see your face on this. This is book number 1, and it's just amazing. And turn to the back. Okay, it's flipped, but it's flipped because I'm using a selfie camera, but may the odds ever be in your favor. And I just think this book is beautiful. I've seen this before. I'm surprised that it's on sale. Maybe I'm surprised that, because most of the things that are on sale, it's because people don't really buy it. And I'm surprised that people don't really choose this cover. Maybe they're more traditional or anything. But so the covers that I have for I finally can say that I have finally bought a Hunger Games book collection. I never thought that I would buy it, and if I did buy it, I was sure that I was not going to get like a big or expensive one. I was just gonna get something on sale just to pass my time. So I've got book 1, book 2, and book 3. So I guess I can finally say I've got my Hunger Games collection. Ta-da! And I think I'm going to really look forward to reading it. You know, I've heard good reviews. There has to be good reviews for something that's so popular or some kind of quality. So I'm really excited to get into it. Even though the covers are different, I'm usually anal, but hey, this is fine. It's on sale. And this cover is absolutely beautiful. I mean, just look at the shine. If there was the rest, you know, it'd be great, but it's fine. These 2 are great too. So, aside from my matte, shiny and glossy covers, I'm going to move on to whatever book I'm going to find next, which happens to be Linger. Now, this is the second book of a story that I've never read before. And that's a problem with book sales, I think. It's that you don't get book 1 all the time. You most of the time can even get the further books apart. And it's kind of silly, I guess, sometimes to buy like the book 2 or 3. But hey, I mean, you can always get it from the library. I've seen the first one, which is called Shiver. I've seen the first part before. But I've never Shiver. but I never bought it, and I was considering if I should buy it or not. I mean, I read the storyline and I was like, but I went on to Goodreads and the reviews were surprisingly, I mean, they were okay. They weren't exactly terrible. So, and it's hardcover, and I mean, there's nothing much to hate about it actually. So, and I've seen tons of this book, the first edition, the first series, the first book in my library. So I'm thinking, anytime I can just pop by the library and read it. And I've got book number 2, a hardcover, and it's the same price. Hardcover, softcover, as long as it fits into this carton, it's yours. It's really as simple. So I got this book, and it's about some. I think it's about shape-shifting werewolves. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's pretty cool about a girl shape-shifting and stuff like that. And it seems really pretty cool. And one thing I have, this is my first ever book that I've bought that is in colored ink. If you can see it properly, this is green ink. Like, this is green. It's green. It's green. I'm a very traditional person, so I've never really read something in a different color, so I'm really interested to see how the experience is going to be like. And one thing about hardcovers that I absolutely love, I just love seeing the insides. There's a faint leaf mark, you can't see it, but yeah, it's very faint. But yeah, look at this. I mean, come on. Hardcovers are amazing. So that's that. Now, on to my next book. Okay, Ascend. Now, again, this is not the first, but it's part of the trial series that I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I've seen this tons of time in my library, and the thing is, it's a pity that I can't find the first book. But getting the second book is also a great thing. I've always wanted to read this series because I've heard great reviews about it. Something about it's also definitely fantasy, teenage YA novels, and I'm really interested in just reading this book. And even if it's the second book, I can always borrow the first book from the library. So this is the Trial series, okay, by Amanda Hocking, which I've seen a lot of times in the library. So I'm very, very happy to get this book. Now, what's my next one? Right, Ironside. This is another one of those fairy tale romances that I've seen before, and I know this is Holly Black. One thing about this fairy tale, I didn't exactly. So this was one of the last purchases that I bought. I just grabbed it and I saw it and I just took it. I didn't really want to buy it because as I flipped through it, I wasn't that interested. It seemed a bit too, not say shallow, a bit too like simple for me, I guess. And but I saw through Goodreads reviews, and again, the reviews are okay, were pretty surprisingly not bad. So I thought I could give it a shot. I don't know this world that much, but it has fairies and it's fantasy, and I somewhat know of this author, so I could just give it a shot. It's Ironside by Holly Black, and it's a fairy tale novel. So yep, I love anything that has to do with fairies and fantasy and folklore. I mean, anything with that, I am just sold. So, next one, what else do I have? Now on to these few. I'll be picking this one. Okay, let's go through one column next, okay? This is something that I really I wasn't sure at first when I saw it, but when I really read it, I was like, I want this book. Like, because, first of all, if you can see, it's a book that I never really have experienced before. I've never really experienced reading it. I'm a pretty, I read pretty, the same stuff, I guess. I read fantasy, I read detective novels, I've read action, Game of Thrones, blah blah blah. I have never read, I think, or really read, or usually read books that are about animals. The one that I have read is Lion Boy by Zizo Corder. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but that's the one thing I read when I was a child. But as an adult, or as a teenager, this is something that I've never read, and I found it really cool. It's called Oathbreaker by Michelle Paver. Oathbreaker by Michelle Paver. And it's about a boy, a wolf, a legend for all time. And this seems really cool because it's about horses, I think, and it's just something that or horses. I don't know if it's about horses, but it's something about animals, definitely. And the reviews pretty much said that it was a great book, and I mean, there's nothing to hate about it. I'm really interested in seeing how this book is like, because reviews have said that it's like the Call of the Wild and the Jungle Book. So I'm interested to see what an animal related book is going to be like. So this is one of the books that I really wanted to buy. So yeah. Next one. Now, 13 to Life is a book that I've read before. When I was many years back, I think when I was still in secondary school or poly. And it's a meh book for me, and I really bought this because I thought, mainly because of my research, there were key scenes in this book that I thought were really interesting. This is definitely like a werewolf book. It's definitely not a, like a, to me, not really a great book. Probably like 2.5 to 3 out of 5. Really, that's just it. But you know the way it writes, and it's nostalgia's sake. There's this in the library. I read it in the library. I didn't bring it back. So it's really, this book is really just for nostalgia's sake. I saw it and I was like, I can get it. So 13 to Life by Shannon Delaney. Yep. So next one, Reckless. Now this is a book that I was kind of happy and kind of like, I could get this. Now I don't know much about this book, but I've seen it before. There are illustrations inside. Some illustrations inside, I think, that you know, from what I know, it's definitely I don't know why I got this book. I think it's because I don't know, it's because if I've seen it before or if the reviews are good, but I think it's because I saw that the reviews were good. So it's by Cornelia Funk, and I thought it'd be a good book to read. So something like about a boy turning to a beast, and he breaks the heart of the girl that he loves and cause chaos to rule forever. So yeah, it's about that, I suppose. And I'm gonna start reading it. It looks really interesting. So I'm on to my second column, and till now I've not counted the amount of books that I have. Now this one is Wicked. Is it Wicked? No, King by Thea Harrison. Now I didn't really want to get this book, but because I don't really like the cover, to be honest with you. It's red. I don't really like it, but I read the summary, and I was really intrigued, and I was actually really interested in the summary, despite not liking the cover. I know bookworms shallow sometimes, but I was really interested in it, and it seems really cool because, and like I said, I have a weak spot, and I'm a sucker for anything that's fantasy. They say elder races or fairy tale or fairies, and I'm sold, and I'm like, I have to at least try that out. So this is, for what I know, it's about a happy girl, and she's accustomed to dealing with hate, and she's, I guess, in this world. It's definitely like a fantasy sort of world, so it's a fantasy novel, I guess. So I'm really interested in knowing more about this. I know I don't have a good summary of my books, but it's a book that I was definitely quite interested in getting. So yeah. So what's this about? It's about Dragos, Lord of War. I guess she and this Lord of Wire are supposed to work together. I also have a soft spot for relationships that are like, oh, I don't like you, or I don't like you, and they start to get together, and I just really love I wouldn't say star-crossed, but two sides that don't actually want to be together, but they are forced to be together, and somehow something happens. It's like I really enjoy that tension and that build up. I really like it. So from what I can see from the summary, that's what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, on to my next book. J.R. Ward, Lover Reborn. Now, this book is slightly more adult, and let me tell you, J.R. Ward, anything by J.R. Ward, I definitely trust the writing because I've read her books before, and her writing is amazing. Now, I didn't know there would be such scenes in her books until I read it, so I mean, I really read it for really her writing. It's an amazing writing. J.R. Ward is, a pretty good writer, so I thought, I see this book is pretty thick for me, a bit too thick, but I thought I can just get it. I didn't really know what else to get, so I could try this, and it's not the first, so I mean, it'll be a jump in, but hey, it's fine. So anything that she writes definitely is very interesting to read. So, and the fact that, I mean, I couldn't really get into the story when I flipped through, but then again, who does, right? So yeah, it's by J.R. Ward, Lover Reborn. Next one. Okay, we're on to the second last for the second row. Now this is Play of Passion by Nanali Singh. Now I saw this book and I was really intrigued by the cover, and I read the summary, and it seems something like what I said about two opposition sides and who don't really get along. So I thought that it was just really cool. Something about tracking people and about shape-shifting things again. I think wolves again now, and I thought it'd be a good thing to give it a shot. Now, the last one for the second book, which I was really interested in, is this. It's called The Love Oracles by Nymph by Tonya Alexandra. Now, of course, first thing first, the cover is beautiful. That's what always catches readers. But secondly, when I read the reviews, because at first I wasn't sure if I wanted it, I kind of put it down, put it up. But I read it's something about Greek mythology, and I think I have never really read something about Greek mythology, so this was going to be a really cool and exciting experience. And I flipped through and I thought, it's pretty cool. So I thought, I could give this book a shot. It has Greek mythology inside, and I've never read Greek mythology in a book before, so this is going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to see how it's like. Yep. Next one. Now it's the next book that I have. Oh, I have a lot of books. It's Headaches by Margaret Peterson. Among the Barons, part of the Shadow Children's sequence. 5 million books sold. So, okay, I bought this book really because as I flipped through it, okay, this is from the children's literature section, children's book, but there is something about, I don't know the font or whatever, but it's just the simplicity of the book that really caught me. It feels, I'm a very intuitive person, so I don't know, it may not make sense to you, but it kind of felt like a really school adventure kind of experience, and I really enjoyed it. It's not say hardcore, but hey, it's for children, but it's in this school fantasy area, and I really, as much as I wanted to put it down and I say it's not for me, I'm not supposed to be reading this, I really wanted to read it, and I kept picking it back up. So I thought, whatever, I'm just gonna get it, because it feels as though it's gonna give me a really like a cool experience, cool school experience. So I thought, why not read this? So I'm interested to see how it's going to be like, what it's going to be like. It's book 4, but hey, I'll just try, okay? Next one. Okay. This is a book that I really bought in a rush, one of the last few books that I bought. Alex Rider. I've never read Alex Rider. It's a children's book, children's section I mean, not children's book. Adults can read it. But it's not the first. I've never read the series, so I'm not sure, and I am not a huge... Honestly, I do not like the font. I do not like fonts like this because I'm a really, like I said, I'm really comfort kind of person, and I'm not used to fonts like that. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how this is going to be like. But anything by Alex Rider, I guess is going to be good because he's famous, the books are popular, so I'm interested in seeing how this is going to be like. It's Anthony Horowitz, of course. Some people have definitely read this before. So I'm gonna see how this is like. I might not be making a good wise choice, an entirely wise choice in skipping books, but you can't choose things when you're in a book sale. Not always. You can't have everything. So this is the first Alex Rider book I've gotten, I guess, from a book sale. If it wasn't on sale, I think I wouldn't. I really don't think I would have bought it just off another shelf. So I'm kind of glad that it popped up. Whatever this is going to be about. Definitely something about spice. And finally, we're on to the last one, the last column, and I have not counted how many books I have, so I'm going to count it later. Next one. Chasing the Valley by, who's that? Borderland, or by Sky Melky Wagner. Okay, I bought this, why I bought this because one of the names, okay, this book is also, I think, something that I bought on a whim, like one of the last few purchases that I bought, like rushed. The first few ones that I got were really, I wanted it, but this few that I have are honestly, I was in a rush, and I was like, oh, what do I get? I just grabbed stuff along. So it closed at 6 o'clock, so I was just rushing. I bought this because it seems, I don't know why I bought this, I guess the summary really, of course, and I don't know, I mean, it seemed, like I said, it's one of the books that I buy in a rush. So it's about, what is it? Refugees are seeking the safety of the Magnetic Valley and trying to evade Shar Morrigan, the King's Lather Hunter. So, and I guess it's something adventurous, a non-stop action-paced adventure from the first page to the last. So, dystopian fantasy. Okay, I could try reading this. And, it seems pretty alright. So, next one. This book, this is Stonewild by Kit. Shaman of Stonewild by Kit Berry. I feel as though I've seen something like this before. I don't know why. Why did I buy this? Okay. This is actually the final book. Oh dear, I didn't notice that, but hey. The outside world clamors at the wrought iron gates, and the evil alliance within Stonewild threatens to destroy everything. With a new business and their relationship with tatters, Yule and Sylvie find their once beautiful world has been desecrated by dark forces. Now, this is the final book, which I didn't know. I bought it because it seemed, the cover was nice. The summary seemed something fantasy. So, like I said, I don't know much about the books that I buy. Some of them, simply because this is a book sale and it's really almost like a wild guess. So you can't really predict everything. So you really have to, like I said, go by summaries, and I don't know much about it. So rush, rush, rush. That's book sales sometimes. So yeah, I bought it because the cover seemed cool. It seemed like a fantasy oriented book, and I can't remember if this was a children's book. I think it might have been in the children's section. So yeah, it seems like it's quite nice actually. Anything that's fantasy, I'm willing to take a shot. So yep, Stonewall. Okay, I'm down to my third book of the last column, Horde by Anne Aguirre. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. Now, I bought this because I read it and I found it, and now this is one of the books that I really like the summary from. Now, you can't base everything on summaries, of course, but you can always just try your best, because, if you don't know, that's really the best you can do. Just buy a book because you like the summary. Now, a horde of freaks has destroyed Salvation, and it's up to Deuce, Fate, Stalker, and Tegan to lead the refugees to safety. Now, one thing that I really like is healing stuff. So, not healing stuff, like basically, this girl is gonna heal Fate, whoever he is. He's suffering from a severe case of PTSD in an era where diagnosis is impossible, and Fate's reluctance to being touched complicates his recovery and their burgeoning romance. Now, like I said, I'm a sucker for things that are like, not say star-crossed lovers, but almost like an oppositing person and another opposition person, and they're kind of like together. I really like the tension, and this summary had it. And I'm like, anything with that, any book with that kind of summary, I tend to really be interested in it. So I'm interested in seeing how this book is actually going to be like. I'm not even sure what it's really about, so I'm just gonna try. It's probably not the first. It's definitely not the first book. Okay, now this is a book. What's this called? Kelona's Fall by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. Okay, I have to admit something. I did not want to buy this book. The authors are people that I read before, but I didn't really like, so I thought I'm not gonna get it. But I thought, I read the summary. This is one of the last few books that I bought that was in a rush again. So, okay, from the first, what's this about? Angels, and he was laughing as he spread his wings and lifted upon the ground. So I kind of guessed that this is something about angels, and I thought, I'm in a rush. It seems like a pretty good bet. So I thought I would give it a shot. I mean, give it at least one chance of this. So anything with angels or whatever it is, I'm willing to give it a shot. Two winged brothers are born. So that's something with a summary. So I'm going to see how it's like. No holds, no opinions yet until I've read it. Oh yes, and this last one. Gorgeous cover. The Stone Demon by Karen Mahoney. So okay, I was very excited to get this book because I didn't recognize it at first until I flipped the book, and there was the Iron Witch. I have read, I can't remember if I read the Iron Witch or the Wood Queen. I've read one of the books in the library and I really enjoyed it. The reviews were also really good. So even though this is not this is actually the third one, but I'm really happy to be able to grab this book. So because I really wanted to continue reading the Iron Witch saga. I mean, it seemed like it was a good book. So this is actually something that I really wanted. And there goes my box. It's empty. But I'm not done yet. I need a break. I have just got to show you this. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, wow. I mean, that is insane. That's my whole carton. I have not counted the amount of books. Let me count. Oh, oops. Let me count them. 22. Not including the others. Let's get to that now. Okay, hold your horses. I am about to get my last pile of books that I have, except for the big red bag. Whew. Okay. I really honestly have never bought so many books before. Okay, let me show you right now. I know. Let me just show you the spines. I I know, it's insane. But just look at them. Okay, this is crazy. I mean, just it's heavy. It's a lot of books, and this is my final pile of the book that I have for you now. So let's go through this now. First thing, the Star of Kazan. First thing that got me, obviously the cover. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. I read the reviews because I'm not sure. I read it's something about a maid that lives at a grand house in Vienna. One thing that I learned about the reviews was that this book had a really good it's simplistic or something, but they had a really beautiful description of Vienna. So I thought, why not? And it's something about a maid who lives in Vienna, but at least aristocrat comes to claim her, so she's going to somewhere else. And this book it's not fantasy, it's for adults in the adult section, but I thought it'd be something like a different book I'd be reading, I guess, in a different era. So I like things that are in a different era. One of my books, my most all-time favorite book is this book. Let me take it for you. This is one of my all-time favorite books. It's by Anna Jacobs, Three Penny Dreams. I've read it for a really long time already. It's an old book that I got from a long time ago, not even I buy one when I was a child. I read it till now and I love it. It's a different era and I just like, I mean I love fantasy, but I'm always willing to, give a shot to things that are in real, like, like more real. And I'm guessing this is one of them, most probably. Now, next one. Haloed by Cynthia Hen. This was a book that I was really thrilled to get because first of all, I've read the Unearthly series before, the first book, and it was really great writing. Not only were the reviews good, but I really enjoyed the book. It's about angels, and this is, I think, the second series of the book. And if you can see, this is the book that I read in the library and I really enjoyed it. So I'm really happy to be able to get the second book so I can read it. So yeah, it is an angel book, YA, fantasy, call it what you will. And this is a book that I really was happy to get. Next one, Innocent Darkness by The Aether Chronicles by Suzanne Lazier. Suzanne Lazier. The book is interesting. I think this was in the children's section. Now I got this mainly because I read online briefly, and I heard that it's a bit steampunky. I've never read anything that's steampunk before, so I thought this is going to be interesting to get into. And I heard the word I saw the word fairies and otherworld and mortal girls and a steampunk world, and I was thinking I can give this book a shot. So that's mainly the reason why I got it. So gotta give it a shot. Let's see how it's like. The heaviest book of all, the thickest, is this one. And I'm not even sure why I bought it, but it's big and very, very famous and very popular. Can you guess what it is? DG. Diana Gablen. Written in My Own Heart's Blood, an Outlander novel. Yep, this is the book that's part of the very famous and popular Outlander novel series. It's huge. First of all, let's just see this. This is huge. This is part of I think 20% of the weight. I don't know. It's heavy. I borrowed the first book from the library, and my God, it is hard. Not hard to read, but it's long to finish, and I didn't finish it. But I mean, why did I buy this book? Mainly because I thought it'd be expensive to buy it outside. But if I bought it here in the carton, like I said, anything that I could chuck into the carton, it's together $50. So this, I'm gonna count later how much this costs. But this mammoth of a book probably costs more expensive than outside. And it's brand new. It's not secondhand. It's brand new, and it smells brand new. I can see why not many people want to buy it because it's insane. It's not even the first book. This is it's a long thing. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it because I obviously can't read it because I can't jump into the middle of something, a mammoth and a very huge series like this. I can't just jump halfway like Game of Thrones. I can't do that at all. So I'm just gonna put it aside and see what I can do with it. But it's a mammoth of a book, so it's big. It's how many pages is it? 800 something pages. So yeah. Next one. I'm down to my last two books for my haul, except for the red bag. The Guild of Assassins by Anna Kashina. Why I bought this? The cover first. Secondly, fantasy. It seems something like it's fantasy. I think this was in the children's section as well, or the adults. I can't remember, but it's something about assassins. I think something definitely fantasy. And epic fantasy readers will love this action-packed adventure of elite wars and romance. That's one of the reviews that is on the book, and it seems pretty good. And I'm really interested in finding it. It's book 2, like I said. There's no book 1, so I'm gonna see how I'm gonna read through this. But I'm interested in seeing. It seems like a really interesting book to get into. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm just gonna give it a shot. So, last one. Elegy by Amanda Hocking. This is a book that I got on a whim. I know who is Amanda Hocking. She's the author of the Trial series, the one book that I got. And this book really, I honestly, frankly, wasn't interested in getting it. But, you know, like I said, it's by Amanda Hocking. I didn't know what else to get. I was rushing, so I just grabbed it on a whim and I thought I might like it. So I really have no opinion on this just yet. I wasn't really interested in the summary, but you know, I could just try. Next one. Now the last bag that I have, it's this bag. Oh, it's really heavy. Oh. Now what's in this bag? It's something great. Now this bag is separate because there's this section of for where all the books are sold, and there's this one room called flash sales where the books are priced differently. So this entire lot was $30. This chunk, this Bohemian's mammoth chunk of books I have is $50. This plastic bag is $30, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, there you go, $30. I'm actually really excited to get this. Oh, they kind of ziplocked it. Never mind. What can I do with this? Okay, I can cut it. Okay, I just snipped it. Now let's see what I've got. Okay. First of all, I love it. I forgot that I got this. Let's just take things slowly. This is a very beautiful thing. I'll show you what it is later. Okay? Now I'm sorry for looking at this area instead. Now this is my first time really filming a haul video, so there's probably some parts that I sound really ridiculous in, but hey, it's my first one, so let's just see how I go, okay? Now, this is a tarot card set. I have never seen it before. It's, I think, $2 only, and wow, I've always wanted to get tarot cards. I'm actually really interested in seeing it, you know, and I saw it and I was like, wow, and I really have to get it. That's the first thing that I thought, I really have to get it. I've always wanted to have tarot cards. So let's see. Oh, how do I open it? Okay, I just opened the sticker. Let's see what's inside. Whoa, inside the tarot box, full deck of 78 cards, clear symbolism, ideal for the beginner. Wow. Clip fits layout board. Wow, there's a layout board and there's a 336 page book. How is there all these things in one tiny box? It's like a magician's book. I've seen things like these before where, I don't know, I've seen this kind of box goods before where, you know, it's like small little boxes of stuff that are like, I guess, story related or some other related thing. And this is the first time I actually bought it, and just look at it. Let's go. You open and you get this inside, and wow, there really is a book and a layout and everything. How do they do that? I mean, just look at this. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna start opening. I want to see the cards. My goodness. Whoa, and it's individually wrapped. Okay. Let's try to open it. Okay. Wow. Okay, it's gorgeous. The first one is the full, huh? But it's really gorgeous. My gosh. Wow. Okay, let's try to cut it open. Wow. I have never gotten tarot card deck. It's all for $2 now. Okay, let's see what they have. Whoa. I mean, this is just amazing. Like, look at this. What I love about things like these, okay, is firstly, I love illustrations like that. There's this classic element about it that's just so nice, and I haven't even seen the rest yet, but it looks like this is the layout board and this is the book that they're talking about, the tarot card book. I cannot believe, I really thought that the box would just have just tarot cards and that's it. I've never bought something like that before, so I'm very, very surprised. And it's all for $2. I mean, wow. And there's like 76 cards. This is just beautiful. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Look at it. It's just nice. So I'm gonna put it back, and I'll just put it back. And I'll take a look at it another time, probably. Everything just fits into this box. Like, that's it. That's my game I can bring on holiday. Amazing. Now, I'm gonna go from the least interesting, not least but to the best thing I've gotten, I guess. I have to admit, I got children's books. There's something about children's books that I really adore, and I'm gonna tell you what. This one. This is a story about first of all, okay. And okay, the thing that has always pulled me about children's literature, for the first time I realized why I like children's literature so much is really because it's very, very classical. Unlike teen novels, unlike adult novels, not many, children's novels always have that kind of classicness about it. I don't even know what it is. It's just this classic quality about it. Maybe it's the myth, maybe it's the legend, but even its illustration, there's just such an adoring quality about their drawings that I absolutely love, and I always would love it. That's the main reason why I bought this book. It's for $3, I think. It was originally from John Little, I think. And so I fell in love with just the story and the illustrations. It's so beautiful. The next one that I got is a hardcover. Now, Brother, Sun, Sister Moon. I think this is somewhat like a Christian or Catholic or religious book. But like I said, if I buy a children's book, it's really because I love the illustrations in it. There's a feeling that it gives me, this really nice feeling if I buy children's books. And I mean, it's beautiful. Just look at this. Absolutely beautiful. That's why I love children's books so much, because you know the way they even draw the things. I mean, look, it's really like this ethereal quality about it. I don't even know what it is. I mean, just yeah. Maybe because as a child I've been to libraries and I always read books like these. So as an adult, you know, there's a place in my heart for books that are like that, and I just really love it. It's beautiful, and I think there's a strong meaning. I'm guessing there's a strong meaning in this book. So you know, it's a great book that I can read. And what's more, I'm teaching primary school kids, so I could probably read one of these children's books to them. So these are the two really, I mean, I've bought children's literature book, like I said on my previous part, but these are really literally children's books. And I absolutely adore the illustrations in these books. They're beautiful. Now for the final haul that I have, the final item that I have in my haul, it's something that I'm really happy about. And it's a box set. And it's this. The Complete Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, this is the front of the book. Now, this is how it looked like being bought. And it's just really, it's supposed to be a gift set, so this is how it looks like. And yeah, this is just really how it looks like, and my goodness, it is beautiful. This is the box set. It was intended to be like this, so it's just absolutely. And inside there's 22 books inside. 22 beautiful books, I think, and I'm going to pull it apart now. And here goes. Wow, I mean, it's brand new. It's like you just open it up like this. and then you just do this. It's magnetic, you know, I just realized and this is it. It's very beautiful, and this is something that I can give to the kids as well. And look, it's just a complete collection of little books that I'm going to have. It's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is all the books, and there's more. There's one more side of it, and I wouldn't be opening it, but I can tell it's gonna be amazing. Let me just take out the first one, I guess. Just take that out. This is how it looks like. It's small. There's all these stuff, and yeah. So it's really short stories, but it looks really good. So that's the end of my haul. This is the box set of Alice in Wonderland, and I'm really interested in seeing how it's like. Lewis Carroll. I finally have Alice in Wonderland. So that's the end of my book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me just count the number of books that I have, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I bought a grand total of 28 of these books. I mean, these are the carton books that I have. 28 of these. I mean, just look at this. 28 books, and I just realized all of this in a carton, and also some of it in my bag. 28 books in one carton for $50. So each book is actually about $1.78. I mean, seriously, I mean, it's $1.80 for like one book. That is, no matter what, that is insane. I mean, even if you dislike the book, I mean, that is a great haul to get, excluding the bag, of course. But even the special bag one, that one that I got, the red special one, that is cheap. So I'm really happy. This is the first video that I've done for a haul, so I'm really interested in seeing what you think. I know it's a bit like I'm not really sure, but this is like 28 books, and almost like I bought 30 books in a day. It's like buying a mini bookstore. So anyways, this is just thought I'd show you my outfit. And anyway, this is the outfit I'm doing for my haul, and I'm really interested in reading these books. So look at the amount of books that I have. And yeah, I'm really interested in getting and reading these books and seeing if I have the time for it. So see you guys soon. Bye.